Hey everyone, let's explore the scale function firstly in Ableton Live 11, then we'll see the differences that have been implemented in Ableton Live 12. Okay, how about we start with the C major scale, one of the most commonly used scale in Western music. Now that's a very easy scale to remember as it only uses white notes. Now, those 7 notes can be repeated up and down the octaves. Okay, let's make a simple chord now. Let's make a triad. A triad is 3 notes that harmonize together. A triad is made out of 1, 3, and 5, so we need to skip 2 and 4. 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5 again. And again. And again. Alright, so let's look at the new scale function in Ableton Live 11 MIDI clip. So I've got a MIDI clip here, and as you can see there's some new features in here. Now if I click on the scale, it will allow me to create a scale within the MIDI clip. So at the moment it's based on C major. We could change the key, and we could change it to any of those scales. But for the time being, I'm going to stay in C major. Now all we need to do is we get over here, and if we click on our scale button, the only notes that are left in the MIDI clip are the ones that are part of the C major scale. As you can see, the C is highlighted green. So I'm just going to open that up a little bit more. You can tell that it's been done on every single octave, all the way up and down. What we should do now is put an instrument in, so I'm just going to put an electric, and we'll double click on our piano roll again. And using the same formula that we did before, the 1, 3, 5, I'm going to start shaping some chords. The first thing that I'll do is I'm going to change the length of this MIDI clip. Alright, so I'm going to make it 4 bars long. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Okay, because I want to paint some long chords, I'm going to reduce my grid. So a shortcut is on the Mac, Command 2, on the PC, Control 2. So I'll just go Command 2, Command 2, Command 2, Command 2, Command 2. Cool. So I'm just going to draw some chords in. First of all, I'll activate my little headphones. That's where I can hear the notes when I'm penciling them in. I'll start penciling a C major chord. C, skip 2, 3, skip 4, 5. I'll do that again. 1, skip 2, 3, skip 4, 5. Let's have a listen to this. That's cool. Let's do another chord. 1, skip 2, 3, skip 4, 5, and maybe another one. 1, skip 2, 3, skip 4, 5. Let's try that. Great, we've got our chord progression. Now I'm going to save this session and open it in Ableton Live 12. Same session. A few things have changed. You can see down here that the scale button is slightly different. And we can play our scale, which is, by the way, in C major, and it's 1, 5, 6, 4. Cool. Now, let's explore some of the new functions in 12. Let's open up the pitch and time, And what I will do is create a brand new clip. So I'm just going to reduce this a little bit and move my notes, and let's do another clip which I will color slightly different. I'm going to try to reproduce exactly the same thing by using the pitch and time. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint a C in the same octave, and first of all, let's make our clip 4 bars long, and I'm going to reduce the grid lines by doing Command 2 or Control 2 on a Windows computer. There. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on my C, and what I can do is, as you can see right there, we've got scale degrees, so I've got it on +2. So what will happen is, as soon as I add an interval, it's going to create my 135. So let's have a listen to this one. Perfect. Excellent. So our second note was starting on a G, so I'm just going to click on a G. With the same scale degrees, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see what will happen on my G. I'm going to add an interval and another one, and now we will have a 135 as a G major. Cool. Now our third note was in A, so we were trying to do A minor. So I'm just going to go into and double click and create a note, and I'll do exactly the same thing. I'll add 2 intervals, 1 and 2. Excellent. And my last chord was in F, so we're just going to double click, and again I will add 2 intervals. And now we've got exactly the same results as with Ableton 11 by using the scale degree function in the pitch and time and adding intervals. Let's have a listen. That's awesome. Now there's another way to do this, okay, which is really cool. So again, I'm going to create another clip. Let's write it there, and I'll color it blue. Now there is another function to create chords in Ableton 12, which is very, very cool. So what we're going to do this time is, I'm just going to get rid of pitch and time, and we're going to generate. And generate's got lots of options, but because we're talking about chords, we're gonna highlight stacks, which I had highlighted before. The first chord that comes when you load up stacks is a triad. I'm going to make my clip 4 bars long again and reduce my grid, Command 2. And what I want to do is create my first triad. So all I need to do really is choose my root note. So my root note in that instance was a C, so I'm just going to go, yeah. Awesome. Now I'm just going to duplicate those notes. Command D, Command D, Command D. And let's look at this copy first. And just by changing the root, we still will be in the same key. Just going to change it to a G. Excellent. And then let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on. I'm going to change this one by purely changing the root, and we'll still be in the same key. I'm going to change it to an A, and this one to a F, and we should have our 1564 created. Great, amazing. Another way to do this is I'm just going to delete all those notes. And what I will do this time is just select a region. So I've got one bar selected, and I will just go to my C again. Cool. And I'm going to go to my next bar, and I will click and create a G. You can actually use the arrow up and down to do this. I'm gonna go into my next bar, and I will create a root, and then in my next bar I will do a F. There we go. I've used my arrow down, and we should have exactly the same result. Awesome.